hello everyone. Again, this is Across Oceans, and I am JM. Again, I know you have heard this from me many times, but again, I just wanted to say thank you to all of you, to all the people who's been sharing my videos, to all the messages I'm receiving, saying that they were very proud of me and they were very inspired of our topics recently. Thank you very much as well to all of you. So for today, we're gonna be talking about things I wish I knew as an OFW. So as an OFW, before I left Philippines, of course, I already knew what I wanted. But the first time that I received my paycheck, of course, I got too excited, of course, as well. Same with many OFWs out there. Imagine mo, the first time that I went overseas, I was only merely 20 years old, I guess. Yes, I was only 20 years old. And imagine me receiving that kind of that kind of money or that much of money. So I was like, okay, parang, I would have to go to the mall and buy the things, the brands that I wanted, that I was just, you know, dreaming of before. But, I had the capacity already of buying it. So, medyo sometimes napapadami and we don't really notice that. But of course, that's also okay because that's also one thing also for many OFWs to really relieve their stress para din to forget about yung pagod nila. And there's nothing wrong with that. However, everything should always be in moderation, right? So for today, so we're going to be talking about things that I wish I knew as earlier as an OFW. So there's going to be five topics that we're going to be talking about, the things I knew as an OFW earlier. But for tonight, we're going to be focusing about money. Have you ever felt yung malaki yung sahod mo pero mababa pa rin yung asenso mo? Have you ever felt na ang laki ng sahod mo, however, when payday comes, it feels like wala kang naiipon because everything goes to the bill. Because not or hindi lahat ng income asenso. And I think that is something that all of the OFW must learn. Actually, this is true, guys. I always believe na not because you're earning much doesn't necessarily mean that you're gonna be for sure na aasenso na. Why? Because I've met so many people na din along the way, most especially seamen. I'm a financial advisor nga pala back in the Philippines. So if you need an insurance, please do message me din. Yun na nga, going back to our topic, na ang dami ko nakilalang seaman who worked on the ship for the longest time. Tapos, hindi sila nakaipon. Why? Because they didn't know how to invest their money, they didn't know how to protect their money, and they didn't know how to save their money properly. So, pag-asenso is all about protection of your money, on how you invest your money, and on how you save your money. So, kaya naman, sa lahat ng OFWs out there, kailangan, it's always important to save your money wisely, to invest your money wisely, and to please protect your hard-earned money. I think one important question that we OFW should be asking ourselves constantly is if everything is worth it, kung may pinatutunguhan ba yung pinaghihirapan natin or nauubos lang siya sa present. So, why OFWs nga ba are earning more but able to save less? So, I do have some factors here na nakaka-contribute to this. So, first, higher cost of living. This is actually true, guys. I actually made a video already about this. If you haven't watched it yet, kindly do find it here in my TikTok. Again, guys, please do follow me, JM in USA. So I have listed everything na ginagastos ko every month there. And it's actually there, the car, the house, and the insurances. But these are necessities, guys. So these are very important. We cannot live here without this. So don't be guilty about this because these are needs. But second, convenience spending. Kasi pagod ka lagi. It's because pagod tayo, sometimes, of course, let's admit it na we don't really have the energy anymore of cooking at home. Na pag uwi natin, we just want everything to be instant, right? Because all we want is to rest. All we want is to lay down on our bed, watch Netflix, or watch whatever you want to watch. So, pag uwi natin, all we want is to really rest because coming from a very tiring work din naman talaga. I cannot blame you guys because me also ganyan din. Like there are many days wherein I don't want to do anything anymore. All I want is to just, relax after a very tiring day. And, however, we have to think na these are expenses that if you compute the cost of ordering foods from outside versus cooking our own meal at home, of course, cooking our meal at home would still be cheaper than buying outside, right? Also, one more thing, I think there's a lot of people guilty about this: coffee. Na alam ko na uuso ngayon yung mga coffees diyan. I know it's good. I'm not really a coffee drinker, so I cannot really relate that much to that. However, every time I go to the coffee shop, I always check the price because I'm a very kuripot person. I cannot hide that, or everybody knows that. I think most especially my friends, they know how kuripot I am. So when I go there, I always check the price. When I check it, it's around $6 for a coffee, right? So if I do compute that, how much would that be na in the Philippines? Sometimes not even $6. Sometimes it's even $10 or more than that because they're also gonna buy some pastries other than the coffee, right? So napakamahal niya. Also, I've experienced that also in the Philippines. I think in the Philippines, one coffee from a very popular or cafe brand costs around 180 to 200 pesos, right? If you think about it, how much yung kinikita ng isang ordinary citizen sa Philippines right now? I'm not sure if the daily wage is still 645, and that is already 200 pesos. Imagine, you're going to be sacrificing how many hours of your job para lang pambili ng isang coffee. So if you can make your coffee at home, that would still be better. I'm not saying I am not in the liberty to say na don't buy from them anymore. However, just limit yourself from buying those things, or buying coffees outside kasi nga if you try to compute it weekly, then try to multiply that into 4 and multiply it into 12. How much would that cost in a year? Medyo malaki, right? So try to compute that para medyo mabawas-bawasan kayo sa pagbili ng coffee outside. If you cannot, if you can afford it, that's totally fine. Do whatever you want. Next, eating out. I'm also guilty about this, guys, because I'm actually like a very much fan of home cook, pero I always ano din naman, crave for something good. Most especially here in America, it's I'm living in a place wherein Filipino stores or Asian stores are so far from here. So every time I go out, I always make sure to look for a Filipino restaurant, a good Filipino restaurant, or an Asian restaurant to eat. So medyo mahal. Imagine mo one meal costs around 15 to $20. So how much would that be na? So if I'm trying just to convert it para to limit myself. Pero if you think about it, medyo mahal talaga siya. So if you can try to limit your eat out, do try it kasi nga it's it costs so much money as well. And imagine nyo yung pinang gagastos natin to eat outside, they're not healthy anymore. Also, that can also be used for your savings or retirement too. So next, stress spending. Actually, I think I'm the best person to be described to this. Hmm. Sinabi ko na ha. I'm a kuripot, like what I've said. However, when I feel tired, when I feel drained, when I feel very sad, shopping is my thing. I always go out just to shop because I find joy into it. I find joy doing it. So, I'm a very much fan of clothes, most especially yung t-shirts, pantaas. I'm so much addicted to those. So, I think I'm trying. I cannot say I'm trying to heal my inner child kasi nga growing up. I think I got spoiled with shirts kasi nga my mom, used to buy me a lot of clothes growing up. So medyo na-addict ata ako doon. So until now dala-dala ko siya. Pero guys, you know I know we deserve to buy good stuff. We deserve to buy things for ourselves. Pero try to limit it. Not everything. is something you deserve. Baka mamaya we're already exceeding our limit just because we always say na deserve ko to, deserve ko to. Also, guys, just want to share to you guys in spending our our salary, kailangan may percentage. I don't think if I've shared this already before, but 50% must go to your needs, 30% must go to your um wants, and 20% must go to your savings. That's the ideal ideal, portioning ng salary natin. However, for me, what applies to me is 50% goes to my needs, 40% goes to my savings, 10% goes to my wants. So, yun lang po ang ginagastos ko sa sarili ko. So, I'm not very maluho. I'm very, very scared. I have a fear of na maubusan, of course, because I always think about my future. I always know that everything is not certain. So we have to spend our hard-earned money very wisely. So limit your deserve ko to. Like, also don't go out, don't buy stuff when you are very sad. Try not to kasi nga you're gonna just splurge into it, and which is not good. Next is the illusion of mayaman versus real net worth. I think a lot of people are guilty to this, even myself, I think. Yes. Why? Because when we buy luxury items, when we buy good brands, of course, always be an instant praise from people, right? But actually, we have to remember, guys, we don't need those praises from people. Why? Kasi nga, it's not really the real net worth. Hindi naman siya yung magsasabi na just because you have an iPhone, just because you are wearing this kind of brand, you are wearing this luxury brand, you have this watch, doesn't necessarily mean na you are stable in life already. Doesn't necessarily mean that may totoo kang net worth na. What is a real net worth all about? For me, it's all about having an emergency fund. What is emergency fund? Emergency fund, I am an advocate of this actually as a financial advisor. I always tell to my client na you have to have at least 6 months of your monthly income. So, equivalent ng 6 months dapat yun. If you're earning 20,000 every month, multiply that into 6, that's gonna be 120,000, right? So, that should be the total amount of your emergency fund. Why? So that you're still gonna be able to live in the next 6 months without a job. Remember pandemic? A lot of people got hit by pandemic. I think all of the people in the world got hit by pandemic. However, the sad part was after after the businesses shut down on its first day, we didn't really have any more fun kinabukasan. We were very scared now where to get the money to buy foods. I cannot really blame a lot of Filipinos, most especially when you're earning just, how much in the Philippines. However, if you are earning a lot and yet wala tayong ipon during that time, that's the problem because nagastos natin pambili ng maganto because we were so desperate of getting people's praise, nagastos na pan shopping lahat. So, always make sure that you do have your emergency fund, guys. Please. Next, insurance coverage. This is very important. Again, as a financial advisor, pag wala ka pa kayong insurance, please message me and I'm gonna help you to build your insurance. But going back, insurance coverage is very important, most especially to the OFWs na breadwinner. Why? If you are a breadwinner, and something happens to you, what's going to happen to your family if you are not insured, right? So we have to make sure that they're still able to live even if something happens to us. That's very important. If you don't have a family, if you're not supporting anybody, just make sure you have a medical insurance for yourself. Why? Because if something happens to you, at least you have the money to use for your medical expenses. That is very important. Next, investment. There now now these days there are so many things where we can invest our money. There's actually like I really just found out this one. Actually not recently naman, but I knew about this already before. But I actually like found out that we can actually as an OFW, you can actually make a Pag-ibig MP2 account here as long as you do have still your SIM card back in the Philippines. it will still send you an OTP, and you can actually start an account with Pag-ibig and create a Pag-ibig MP2 account. That is very good, ha. Based on what I've based on my study about Pag-ibig MP2, it's gonna give, it's not always like, it's not really stable. Like, I cannot really give you like it's always gonna be 5. But actually that's also already a good amount. If it's more than 3% or 1% either, kasi nga why? The bank is just giving us normally 0.25 interest. And how much is the inflation? So if you do put your money just into the bank and you don't invest it, so it's gonna be what's gonna happen? Yung natatalo ng inflation yung yung interest ng money mo. So rather than, keeping all of your money in the bank, if you can invest it into something that will make your money grow, please do it, because that's gonna be better. So like going back, we have Pag-ibig MP2. We also have the mutual funds. There's actually a lot of applications now these days wherein we can invest into mutual funds like BDO, stocks and securities. We also have Dragon 5. Actually used Dragon 5 recently. The Metro Bank stock and securities, I guess. Like, yes. So yun. So you can invest your money there. If you don't want those things, you can invest into lands. That's very good. Real estate. Build your real estate. So a lot of real estate, I think a lot, not now these days, and nagsibenta, like it's very affordable. You can pay it like 20 years, 30 years, and it's gonna be like even less than 10,000 pesos. I think that you can build that. You can do that. The next, debt-free life. This is very important as well, guys. If we can settle all our debts the fastest possible, that would be better para wala tayong excess baggage. Pay for your debts immediately para, you don't have to think about it anymore. Para whatever happens to you, you wouldn't have to worry now where to get the money to pay for your debts. Next, business capital. This is very good as well, guys. If you can start a business, please do start a business. But be careful with your business. Of course, make sure that you do study your business. You always make sure that you want the business that you're going to be putting in. Also, you're going to be make sure that you're gonna give time to that business, kasi nga baka mamaya you just can lose the money that you're gonna be investing to that business, and we don't want that. So we want to make sure that you get to also invest your or build a business that you really know, and you love what you're doing. So yes. Next is the lifestyle inflation abroad. So what does it mean? This happens when your income rise, but your expenses rise as well. So I totally get this, that like what I've said, I will say this many times, na yung mga OFWs went abroad because they wanted to provide a better life to their family, right? To themselves as well, of course. Yung parang dating shared rooms, now they want to have their own rooms. Before, they were doing commute, now they have their own car expenses. Before, home cook, but now they wanted everything to be delivered to their house because it's easier. And yung dating simpleng padala lang, and now pagawa natin to, let's upgrade our house, let's build this, let's build this. So there's nothing wrong with that. I'm totally happy. Very happy when you get to do that. However, just make sure as an OFW, we do have a foundation phrase. What are those foundations? Like what I've said a while ago, have your emergency funds phrase, have a good retirement fund, have an insurance fund phrase, have an investment, and have a business. Why? It is very important because pag meron tayo nun, then, it's very gonna be easy for us to have our own room, to buy our car, to upgrade our house. Just make sure that you have those things first, para if uncertainties come, you still be able to have a good life, and you don't have to worry about those expenses of yours or those bills of yours just because you've lost a job, right? Build a foundation first before doing those upgrades. To all our FWs out there, again, just to remind you that we did not leave Philippines because we want to look rich, but because we want to build the future. So this 2026, stop measuring progress by how much we send, but start measuring by how much save, by how much we invest, and by how much we grow. Because again, guys, just to remind you that hindi lahat ng kita asenso, but with direction, all of our sacrifices will be worth it. I think that's everything for tonight. So I think I've already said all about money na I wish I knew as an OFW. So we're still gonna have a lot of topics about this. Like we still have four, and that's gonna be for the next video already. But if you like this video, kindly tap the heart button. If you haven't followed me yet in my TikTok account, kindly do find JMN USA and let's try to grow our channel over there. Also, um, what else? I think that's everything for today. Good night. Again, this is JM and this is Across Oceans. Bye for now.